Steve Crossley, a welcome return to action in the K2 Yorkshire Cup Final, and a very nervy finish. Bradford Bowl winning by 14 points to 12.
It was, yeah. We knew it was going to be a tough one anyway, especially coming to Batley. Batley playing here, they're a very hard team to break down. Not many teams have come here and picked up a win, so for us to grind out a win like that, over the moon for, and it was great to get back playing with the boys again.
Just going to say, it's obviously a game that you've been eager to get back out to. John Kay told us midweek that you were very eager to get back out there. How do you feel the shoulder and the body's held up after that a bit of a war of attrition against Batley?
Yeah, really well. Even in the past, before when I pick up injuries, I'm fairly impatient because I want to be on the field the next day again, but you know, you've just got to let time let it heal, and luckily I'm a month earlier ahead of schedule, so but the shoulder held up really well today. I'll come back in tomorrow or Tuesday and check over with the physio, but everything feels sweet so far. Lungs got tested a little bit, but overall very happy with the return.
So you'll be looking to get some more minutes on Saturday in the Transatlantic Cup against Toronto?
That's the plan. That is the plan, yeah. That's what we're going to be looking at, maybe more game time, so we're ready to fire in, ready to go against Featherstone, so that's the big goal end in mind now. Season's coming up, so it's time we get ready for that.
Today's been a special occasion, a crowd of over 3,000 here, once again backed by those magnificent Bradford Bulls supporters. Does this feel like a really special day, albeit it's in the pre-season?
It does, yeah. You know, some people just call it a glorified friendly, but there was still something to win at the end of the day, so if we want to build on that and get used to winning, then we need to do it out here on the pitch. And you know, apart from the slope, like you said, the fans made it like an home game for us. All the supporters who came to come and cheer us on made it feel like a home atmosphere here, and it was brilliant. So keep that support coming for the rest of the year.
And obviously today's win can be that catalyst to continue that feel-good Bradford factor that seems to be building, not just amongst the players and the supporters, but across the city.
Definitely, you know, Batley are going to be a really top team. They always have been. Like I say, not many teams come here and get a win, and Batley are going to be a team that are going to be up there in the table. So to get a win like that early on in the season, before it starts, you know, it's a good mindset for us now. We know where we're at, we know where we need to be, so I think it's time for us to go get there.
4 pre-season games down against championship competition, Steve, 4 wins. Does this keep setting the benchmark higher as we get closer to that season opener against Featherstone?
It does, yeah. We've set some really high standards for ourselves and we've recruited well. Obviously with us getting promoted back into the championship, so we need to keep our standards high, know what we need to focus on. We've got an end goal in mind, what we're keen to focus. It's just about keeping on with it now.
And obviously last couple of games you've been sat in the stands watching, but the new boys, Matty Wilder, Connor Farrell, John Magrin back at the Bulls. Tell us a little bit about some of the new recruits and the impressions they've made.
Yeah, they bring a lot to us. You know, the experience of Jake Webster and Jimmy Magrin coming back as well. We've recruited well in the right areas and we've retained a lot of the players that we needed to push on for this year. So, you know, we've got another former Bull here trying to make me laugh off camera. So, you know, but we've built really well. John's recruited really well, so it's going to be a good year. We're looking forward to it. And
with that, Steve, means there is going to be competition for places.
Oh, definitely, no doubt. You know, we've got a squad of nearly 40, so you know, if one player don't perform or one gets injured, there's always going to be someone there to back up in his place. Plenty of squad strength in depth for us, which is something probably didn't have last year, but we were blooding a lot of youngsters, and there's also youngsters this year who can push for a first team spot, so everyone's got to make sure they're on top of the game.
And just finally, Steve, it was announced during the week that you've took over the captaincy from the departing Lee Smith. Just tell us a bit about that decision and what we can all expect from you in 2019.
Pretty much same as last year. You know, I absolutely thrived on the captaincy when John gave it me, and when he told me at the end of last year that he was going to appoint me full-time captain, then, you know, a Bradford lad wanted to play for Bradford all his life and has been at the club 3 times. I'm over the moon, so I'll just keep leading from the front, but also Elliot Minchella as well, another Bradford lad. I've said it God knows how many times in interviews that the products that we're bringing through from the youth system, the amount of homegrown players that we've got in our squad, it's unbelievable. I've not known it at any other club like this.
Well, when you look at that squad of 38, 22 are actually players that were born in the city of Bradford. Yeah. That is quite an edge to have in the championship this season, those homegrown players.
It is, you know, the youth, they want to play for the club, they want to represent the hometown club, so they bring a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of energy, and a lot of competition for places. So there's no other club like it. I haven't been at any other club who've produced so many players. And, you know, I've said it before as well. You only need to look at the England squad to see how many Bradford products are in there. So we'll keep building for the future, and soon enough we'll get there.